Good morning everyone. Hope you're all safe and fine at home. So welcome back to the English class once again. So today we are going to see lesson number 6 from grammar textbook, that is verbs. What are verbs? You would have studied in lower classes, isn't it? Another word for verb we are using is yes, action word. Action words. So in a sentence there will be an action denoted by the subject, isn't it? So those are verbs. So generally we can classify these verbs as action, it can be a being, it can be possession. But let's see some examples for that. Tina ran quickly. Here the verb ran is an action here. She is an intelligent girl. Here is a state, that is she is denotes being, possession. She has many interesting books. Possession, okay, denotes a possession. She has, or he has, they have, all this denotes a possession. The next topic is two forms of verb, that is transitive verb and intransitive verb. Transitive verb, what is a transitive verb? Transitive verb means it will have an object to denote, and intransitive means it will not be having any object to denote. For example, for transitive verb, she bought a new car. She bought a new car. Here, she bought a new car. Here, the object is car. So, there is an object for that sentence. For the transitive verb, there is an object. But in the case of intransitive verb, there will not be an object. For example, the sun sets. Okay, sun sets. Here, no object is there. So, when we are having the object, we will say it is transitive, and if we are not having an object, it will be intransitive. So, in transitive verb, there are two options, that is direct object and indirect object. Direct object means it will be the direct object. For example, she bought a new car, example. Here, direct object is car. But for indirect object, one example we can give, my mother bought me a new dress. My mother bought me a new dress. Here me is a indirect object. So this is how we can classify transitive and intransitive verb. The next part we are going to see is types. There are certain types of verb, that is main verbs, auxiliary verbs, like that. In that main verbs means the actual verb, that is she bought or she cries, Ramu ran. All these are main verbs coming to form the tenses. But here, auxiliary verbs are of two types. Auxiliary verbs can be of two types, that is principal auxiliary and modal auxiliary. Principal auxiliary means be, have, do. That is, are, is, am, are, or be verbs. Have, we know, have or has. Do, did, does. All this will come under principal auxiliary. Modal auxiliaries are can, could, may, might, shall, should, etc. All are modal auxiliaries, and this shows obligations or permissions. In order to show that, we use modal auxiliary verbs. Next topic we are going to see is strong verbs and weak verbs. Before moving to what are strong verbs and weak verbs, we need to know which are the three forms of verbs. You would have studied in your lower classes itself, isn't it? There are three forms of verbs. They are present, past and past participle form. So here you can see present, past and past participle form I have written. See the example given, come, came, come. See here, come becomes past tense, it is came, and in past participle form it is come. So O changed to A, so there is a change in the vowels. See the second one, drive, drove, driven. Here also drive, some changes are occurring. In the I is changing to O. Okay. Drink, drank, drunk. Here also changes are occurring in between the vowels. Vowels are changing. So these can be the examples for strong verbs. So we need to know more what are strong verbs and weak verbs, that we will see with the examples. So children, we already saw the three form, that is V1, V2, V3 form, that is present, past and participle form. So you would have noticed some changes in that. So here see some examples, come, came, see. So in all these cases, this word come, O had changed to A. See became so. write become wrote, begin become began, speak become spoke. In all these cases, what happened is that the vowels inside the word is changing to another vowel in the past tense. So these verbs we can call it as strong verbs. But in the case of weak verbs, you can see some examples here. Walk, walked, laugh, laughed, want, wanted, believe, believed, spend, spent. So here some words are being changed to past tense by adding ed, d or t. These types of verbs are called weak verbs. So children, we already have learned about principal auxiliaries and modal auxiliaries. Which were the principal auxiliaries we learned? Yes, be, have and do. Now we are going to see in detail which are the be verbs, have and do verbs. Okay. So be verbs, it can be is, am, are, was and were. Have can be has, have or had. Do can be do, does and did. Now we are going to see the functions of this auxiliary verbs. Sometimes it can be as a helping verb as well as a main verb. How? We will see with some examples now. If we take for example, be from that is if I am taking. Okay. He is happy. He is happy. In that sentence, is represents as a main verb. Another example if I take, he is talking. He is talking. In that sentence, is functions as an auxiliary or helping verb because talk, another main verb, is there in the same sentence. Okay, so that is the difference we can. So both it will function as a main verb as well as sometimes it will be functioning as a helping verb. Similarly, same case happens with have and do also. For example, I have written. I have written. Here have functions as an auxiliary or helping verb because already one right verb is there. Okay. So the V3 form is written. Okay. Right. V3 form is written. So here have functions as an auxiliary verb. Another example if I take, I had my dinner. I had my dinner. In that case we can take that had functions as a main verb. Okay. So similarly we can take do also. I will do it. I will do it. In that will represents as a auxiliary verb and do as a main verb. Okay. I do not play. Another example, I do not play. Here do represents as a helping verb because already one main verb play is there. Okay. Similarly, we can take another example, she does not play. Okay. Another form of do verb, does. So she does not play. Here also does represents as a helping verb whereas play is a main verb there. These principal auxiliaries can also be used in another three ways, that is in positive, negative and in interrogative sentences. How we will use it? For example, if I take am, I am hungry. Okay. Negative form it is I am not hungry. Okay. And the interrogative form is am I? Okay, it's a question coming. Same case we can take with have. I have done it. Negative form is I haven't and interrogative is have I. Okay. Same case we can take with the do also. I did it. And negative form is I did not. And then interrogative form is did I. So these can also be used in constructing some sentences. Now children, we are going to see simple present tense and present continuous tense. Simple present tense, its construction we are going to see. Simple present tense means verb plus the subject plus verb plus s form. Okay. So if the subject is singular, we will add verb plus s form. If it was plural, we will use verb. Okay. So subject it is Raghu, here singular, so I add eats. If it was a plural verb, okay, Raghu and his friend. If the subject was plural, we would have used eat. So Raghu is a singular subject here, so Raghu eats ice cream. This is a structure of simple present tense. Okay, verb plus s form because singular. If it is plural verb, only verb. Okay, subject plus verb plus object. That is a format of simple present tense. But when we are coming to present continuous tense, Raghu is eating ice cream. So here you can see we have add is, be verb, is or am or are according to the subject, plus verb, eat, plus ing form. So this is a format of present continuous tense and this is a format of present tense. So many rules we need to follow while using simple present tense and simple continuous present continuous tense that we are going to see now. So children, I already told you there are some rules to follow. So these are the rules we need to follow while using simple present tense and present continuous tense. First rule, that is when something happens always, regularly, on daily basis or sometimes or never, we will use simple present tense. For example, she always drives like a mad woman. When it is in the present continuous tense, temporary activity. For example, you are driving like a mad woman, let me out of the car. So the first rule is that in present simple, that is simple present tense, we use it regularly, regular action we use it. But present continuous, a temporary activity, it will not long last. Is that when it is a fact, when it is a universal truth and all, we can use simple present tense. Water freezes at -1 Celsius. So see here, water freezes. So it's a fact, it's a truth. There and all we can use simple present tense. In present continuous tense, when something is happening right now. So when the action is happening, when the speaker is speaking, the water is freezing. So see here, is plus verb plus ing form is being used, the present continuous tense. And the third form, it is timetables and schedules. When you are using it to show some timetables or dates, we use that. The bus arrives at 10:30. The bus arrives at 10:30. So it's a time schedule given there. So there is no change in that. In that case, we can use present tense. In another way, in present continuous tense, we can use a plan for the near future. I am taking the bus tomorrow. So when we are planning for something to do in future also, we can use present continuous tense. So children, I hope all of you understood the lesson, verbs and its types. The next topic we will see in the next class. Till then, bye.